This is Amy.
This is Veronica.
And my 4-month-old Campbell joining us today. And we mentioned this before in our last few videos about Facebook and the buy-sell trade pages. So we kind of just want to dive in and talk more about that for those who are interested.
So Amy and I, we are poshers, but also if we have something that's kind of sitting around in our closet, we do like to use the buy sell trade groups on Facebook to make them move. Also, if we're looking for a quick sell and we know that something's gonna move, we will post it on there.
Yes. First thing first is obviously you need a Facebook, and you also need to sign up for a PayPal account. Now, with setting up for a PayPal account, you want to do it a couple days before because they will deposit a small sum into your bank account and then withdraw it. And you need to verify with them the amount that was deposited and withdrawn. And that way they know that, yes, this is a legit bank account and that it's your bank account.
So give it maybe a day or two, and then that way you can have your PayPal. So besides needing a PayPal account, you are going to need a scale. I purchased mine on Amazon, so I'll leave the link below in the comments. I got pink because I love it. It's like a rose gold color. But you will need a scale. So after you have your PayPal account, your scale, you will need your, of course, normal shipping supplies. So those are your poly mailers, flat rate envelopes, because some things may be over 16 ounces and have to ship priority, tape, labels. So anything else that you use to ship on Poshmark, you're actually gonna want that as well.
And another thing, shipping through PayPal is gonna be a little bit cheaper than going to the post office and buying postage there. So just keep that in mind. It's very simple, and maybe on our next video or if there's a lot of interest, we can show you how to create an invoice, send it, and then print the shipping label. Also, PayPal takes less fees than Poshmark and Mercari. According to this, it's 30 cents for each transaction plus 2.9% of the amount you receive. So that's something to keep in mind, but obviously a lot less than Poshmark and Mercari.
Because with Mercari, they're taking 10%, and with Poshmark, it's 20%.
Depends, yeah.
But mostly it's 20%. They say it's 10 sometimes, and I've caught on to you, Poshmark. A few of the groups that we are in and a part of, we actually found. So there's a lot of times where Amy will find some groups and say, hey, you should be in this, or I'll find something and say, hey, you should be in this. But it's best to start out small. We will link a few in our description.
Our favorites.
Yes, but our number one that we post a lot on is called the Mother's Lounge. This is just for women's clothing. Our second is Mama and Kiddos Closet Finds. This is another group. You can actually do women's or children's on there. Some other pages that we have are brand specific. So they're going to be pages just for Lululemon, pages just for Athleta, pages just for Anthropology and Free People.
One thing that you guys have to keep in mind when you join these pages is each page is going to have different rules, and a lot of them are very strict about these rules. If you mess up once, they'll kick you out with no warning. And that's that. You're banned for a lifetime. So the first things first is to join the group. They might want you to answer a few questions, and then read the rules and comment that you read the rules. And I'm a part of so many pages that when I know I'm going to do a post or a purge, I will read the rules just to give a refresher, because each one is different. Unfortunately, they all say the same things, but then they each have their own little
kind of nitpick. So not everyone is the same. And so that's why we recommend that you start out small. Maybe start with one group, then build your up to 2. We have numerous groups that we are a part of, but like Amy said, we have to go back and make sure that we are reading those rules and following those rules, because once you make a mistake, you do get kicked out, and it's happened to both of us. So rules. The next thing is on these pages, you can either post single items. So say you have a Free People dress that has not sold in your Poshmark closet, you can find a Free People page or something like the Mother's Lounge and post it on there. You do have to, depending on the page rules, but most of the time people want you to pay for the shipping. So make sure that you're including that in your price. But that is a quick way usually to get rid of some of those things that you have hanging around in your closet. You can do a purge. So a purge means, no, not the movie where you're gonna go around and be cray cray, but you are going to take everything in your closet or maybe a specific size or style. Yeah, and list them. So those are honestly some of the best ways to get rid of some of those things.
Okay guys, and just keep in mind that some of these groups we mentioned are either closed or secret groups. The closed groups, you will still be able to search them, or we will link them below and they'll come right up for you. There's a few that are secret. If you want to join those groups, you have to know someone who's in the group and they'll have to add you.
And sometimes with the closed group, so for instance, we'll really touch on the Mother's Lounge. A lot of times people will comment in there, hey, do you guys know a group for this or a group for that? And usually if you just tell the person, hey, can you please add me? They will. We've gotten into groups that way before, and then either one of us will add each other if we feel like we have made progress on that group. With a closed group, because some people, especially for me, I don't really want everybody to know what I'm thrifting or that I'm thrifting. I am pretty open with it with my family and my close friends, but people try to be biters, and that is something that really bothers me. There's been an instance with someone in my life that has really leached off of what I personally am doing, and so I don't want them to know this secret of the buy, sell, trade groups, because I would say I make quite a bit on Poshmark, but most of my money actually comes off of buy, sell, trade pages on Facebook. Yes. So in the closed and secret groups, people that are on your Facebook feed as friends will not see these groups. They will not see you posting in these groups. And that's something that I personally do like, because Amy and I live in a smaller town in Colorado, so the sourcing and that we do, and we do work together, and we are happy with that.
And we support each other.
But it's very limited. And so as more people find out about it and take from those ideas, our pond is less stocked. So that is something that, this is all great, but I mean, really when it comes down to it, we're all in it for the money. For Amy, she's a stay-at-home mom. This is, what she uses for her livelihood. This is for me paying off things and having that extra money to do for my family.
Exactly. So you just want to make sure the groups you're joining, if they're closed, secret, or public. If they're public, anyone can see it. Mm-hmm. Anyone can see what you're posting in there. So I try to stay away from public groups, because I do have people on my Facebook that are probably haters, and they probably just assume that I'm trying to make extra money for like a drug habit or something stupid. You guys, the town we live in is just so ridiculous. There are people like that, and I just know there's people out there like, why are you selling used clothing, Amy? What do you have going on at home, Amy? So it's just, I don't want to deal with that. And again, I just don't want people to.
It's really, I don't know. We don't want to be negative about it, but it's something, we are in a very small community. And so we try to stay away from the public groups. One time I did post on a group that I did not know was public. And I'm glad that now, as you do things, you learn. But my husband said, wow, you sold that North Face jacket for $65. And I was like, how did you know that? And he was like, it's on my Facebook feed. So I had to hurry up and go. I told the seller, please take a screenshot of it. But I need to go ahead and delete because everybody can see it on my newsfeed. Yeah. With buy, sell, trade groups, I don't know, for Amy and I, we both have very good luck with them. So it's definitely something that you can try. Like I said, if you have something that's sitting in your closet for a while, give it a try. If you have the time to reach out from Poshmark and eBay, it's definitely worthwhile. Instead of resending those items back to either donation or ThreadUp or something like that.
Super cheap.
Yeah, give it a try. There's no harm in trying to get what you feel is worth for the product.
Another great thing too is on these pages is people will create a post and they're in search of specific items, whether it's jackets or stuff for summer, shorts, pants. I make most of my money responding to people's in search ofs. So if someone's in search of something and I have it in my Poshmark, I have it sitting around, I will post it. And the great thing is other people will see it and say, you know, if they don't want it, I want it.
Yes. So in that, sometimes they're looking for specific brands. They list their sizing that they want, and then you can see what you have in your actual closet that would go for people. In my phone, I don't know how Amy has it, so maybe you can touch on that, but with all of my photos, I have them in certain albums, so they are by size. And then that makes it easier. So if somebody's saying I'm looking for medium-sized tank tops for a cruise, I just go to my size medium tops. If somebody says that we're looking for size 30 or 10 jeans, I go and pull up my albums for 30 or size 10 jeans and list them for whatever price.
Veronica's a lot more organized than I am. My life's a hot mess.
Well, you have 3 kids.
My phone reflects my hot mess life.
But I don't know, it's something definitely to give a try. We will go ahead and put links to our favorite buy sell trade pages, to the scales that we use from Amazon, and just a few other links that we may have touched on this. If you guys have questions, please comment below and we will get back to you. Like I said, this is definitely a new branching out that you could use to move some of those items.
I personally like it a lot better than Poshmark in my opinion, just because I feel like the shipping on Poshmark is a little outrageous, plus the fee. So I like to use, I think I use Facebook buy sell trade pages before I do Poshmark. Last week I just did a purge on a Patagonia buy sell trade page, and I managed to sell half of my stuff before I even posted on Poshmark. So I keep saying I want to reach like 100 listings in my Poshmark, but it's hard because I'll post them on Facebook and they'll sell within the same day. So if you have a lot of items that are just sitting around and you're thinking about getting rid of them, definitely try one of these buy sell trade pages. We're going to link them below. If you want us to add you on Facebook to share more pages, let us know. We can do that too. I don't mind. My Facebook's just full of pages or pictures of my kids. So, and we'll go ahead and link a few other things as well. And just let us know if you have any questions.
Yes, love it. So please go out there, test it out. We hope it works for you because it definitely works for us. It's a moneymaker. I see more money off of the Facebook buy sell trade pages than I do Poshmark. So yep, fell asleep for the buy sell trade pages bore her. Not us though.
Nope.
So definitely go take a look. Follow the links below, subscribe, hit the bell, and like it.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for watching.
See you next week.